Alright, so today we're going to draw a koi fish, and then I'm going to put some Zentangle designs on it. So at home you should get yourself a piece of paper. I'm using a really heavyweight watercolor paper because I am going to outline this fish and then I'm going to paint him in with watercolor. But if you do not have watercolors at home, that is absolutely okay. You can just draw this out on your sketch pad. Okay, so we're going to start with the koi fish. And how do we draw a koi fish? So we're going to start, and I'm using a 4B sketch pencil. And these are a little Faber-Castell here, my art set. If you have only a number 2 pencil, that is perfectly okay. Just remember, we don't want to push too hard because we want to be able to erase our pencil lines. So I'm going to start by drawing the fish's head. And I'm going to draw somewhat dark so that you all can see it at home. But I'm just going to get kind of the curvy shape of his body. All right, so I'm just going to draw a curved shape. So go ahead and do that on your paper at home. And as we get closer and closer to his tail, the body gets thinner, right? So we want a curved shape, wider at the head, and have it coming down into a taper where the back fins come out. And then I'm just going to put some kind of free-flowing fin-looking things, right? And my little koi fish has these little fins here, and he has some cute little fins. And remember, we want to keep our lines kind of wavy. We want him to look like he's underwater and flowy like that. And then just to separate the head from the body, I'm going to draw this curved line in. And right from the very middle of that, I'm going to want to go from that line all the way down to here, staying in the middle of my fish, just like this, all the way down. And I'm going to put a little divider in that as well. Now I'm just going to put a few of the details in with pencil, and you'll see that I'll switch to pen here in a second. So I'm going to put his little face and just simple eyes in, just like this. I'm going to leave a little open area for a reflection on his eye. The rest I'm going to draw it all in black when I switch to my pen. And then I'm going to draw his little fin in here. So he has a little fin like this, and then it goes to the other side, and then it comes back to this side, and down here like that. Alright, so that's pretty basic, and I know you all can do that, right? So I'm just going to draw around his eyes here, just like so. And now we have our basic shape of our fish. And if I was going to do a realistic drawing, then I would come in and start doing some shadings, some scales, but this is supposed to be a Zentangle. So for those of you that don't know what Zentangle is, that's when you use lots of patterns and black lines to make a kind of a creative and artful looking piece, right? So for here, I'm going to put some very large scales. And when we do scales, we start with 1, and then the next one goes to the middle point of that scale, right? So we go right up into the middle. That way they're alternating. And then here we put one in the middle, just like that. And again, this one goes into the middle. We'll put another one right there, just like that. And I think that's probably enough of that pattern. So I'm going to switch to a different pattern now. So for this pattern, I'm going to draw a line down the middle of this section here, all the way down, and the same on this side, all the way down to that little mini fin. And then I'm going to do some diagonal lines, just like this. And the fun thing about Zentangle designs is that you can put any pattern in that you like, and we've been talking a lot about patterns in class lately. And this is just going to be a somewhat random pattern like that. And then on his little fins, I'm going to do a stripy pattern, just like so. And the same on the other side. Alright, and for his back fin, let's do something more interesting. I'm going to do something like this, and then I'm going to do a line that's wavy that kind of goes around those little bubbles I made. Just like so. And the same on this side. Just like that. And then for these little mini fins, I'm going to put some stripes. And what else? We'll put something interesting on his face. So let's say he has a little flower shape on his forehead, just like that. And do a little geometric pattern on his face. Okay, what else? I always feel like when there's open spaces, I need to fill them in with pattern. So I'm going to fill up this little area, and let's put a little leaf pattern in each one of these little sections, just like so. And I think I'll leave those. Maybe some stripes in this one. And then in these, I think I'll do some little polka dots. Now I'm going to go over all of my pencil lines with my fine liners. But if you don't have fine liners at home, you can use any kind of pen, a ball pen, any color. I usually like black, but you can use any color at home. Now if you're going to watercolor, you want to make sure you test your pen to make sure that it's waterproof first. So I'm using these, and I got these on Amazon, and I really love them because you can use them on all different paper and they're waterproof, and you can also use them with your alcohol-based markers. So I'm going to just pick up a number 4 here, and I'm going to outline everything that I just did. So let's go around the body here. So I'm going to outline the entire thing and go over all my pencil lines. And then I'm going to erase all those pencil lines. Now, hopefully yours does not have as dark pencil lines as mine, because I pushed really hard so that this would show up on the video better. If I were just to watercolor right over the top of this, all of my pencil lines would get all kind of washed away and make it very muddy. And when we do watercolor, we don't really want that. But if you're just going to use colored pencils or maybe markers or something, you might not have to erase all of your pencil lines. So I'm just going to pause right here and finish this up, and then I'm going to erase all my pencil lines and just have the black. So stay tuned for that.